internet friends, my name is Bridget. Welcome to my channel. So today's video is going to be 10 different uses for eyeshadows. So there are so many freaking things coming out this month. We have the Morphe and Jack Linder thing. We have the Manny Lunar Beauty. We have the Jeffree Star Thirsty collection. We have all of these different collabs and stuff. We have the That Taylor Sigma collab. We have so many products coming out this month, along with like other brand releases, Urban Decay, Anastasia. Everyone has new releases this month. And let's say that there's a certain palette you want and you know it's a lot of money, but you really want it. So today I'm going to give you 10 different uses for your eyeshadow palettes. If there's something you want, it has a lot of different shades in it, you might be able to find more than one use out of it to justify the purchase to yourself if you really want it. Of course, you know, this is just opinions. You don't have to use these things, your eyeshadows, for these things. Personally, I use some of these, but let's get started. It's just cherries, everything is cherries on top. Okay, so option number one, you can use your eyeshadow as, wait for it, eyeshadow. You can use it as eyeshadow. It's what it's made for. Just wanted to put that as one of the uses because it is the main use. Number two is you can use your eyeshadows for your contour. Now I'm going to use the example of the Jeffree Star Androgyny palette because this is the one I multi-use the most. And this color right here, Safe Word, you can see has been heavily loved because I can use this as a cool toned contour color on my skin tone. It is just a beautiful muted brown. I can contour with it. I contoured with it today, quite a few hours ago, but it just looks very good. It's very subtle and it makes a great contour color. If you have a different skin tone than me, you can also use different shades of brown. Maybe not this one because it's super red, but you can also just make brown colors work as contour colors. The next one is going to be for this color right here. This is a orange, and I use this as an under eye corrector. Sometimes before I do foundation or concealer, I will take my pinky into a orangey kind of color, and I will put it right here where I have blue. This, of course, kind of goes with the color wheel and stuff, but I just use a little bit of orange shadow in the bluest part of my eye, then do foundation and concealer over it, and it really just kind of corrects that blue color out of there. If you have green or yellow or any other color under your eye, you can also do the opposite of the color wheel with an eyeshadow, and it'll help color correct it a little bit. I never color correct with creams or pencils or anything crazy like that, but I will take a little bit of eyeshadow and just push it in there if I look super tired that day. Next up, options 4 and 5 are blush and highlight. This kind of goes along with contour. I can use frosting color here as a highlighter if I mix it in with like a lighter color. It is a very blinding, pretty color, but you can use it as a highlighter. You can also use, I wouldn't recommend anything from this palette, but you can use pinks and red colors and purples even to use as blush. Take a big old powder brush into the pan, tap off the excess, and you have a blush color. Number 7 is eyeliner. You can wet a eyeshadow brush or use a darker color from a palette. Let's say I use this one, and you can use it as an eyeliner, run it across with a flat angled brush, and you can use it as an eyeliner. It's not going to be as good as a liquid, obviously, but you can get like that kind of smudged out look with a darker eyeshadow, just like you would an eyeliner. Next up is a brow powder. You can fill in your brows with eyeshadow. This, of course, has been done a million times. If I ever change my brows, put on a wig, I can just use an eyeshadow to kind of balance out the eyebrow color that I want for it that day. You can also darken up your eyebrows with it. You can kind of wet a spoolie, run it across an eyeshadow, and kind of brush it in. It's not as good as a brow gel, but it does get the job done. And you can fill in your brows with eyeshadow too. Number 8, you can use eyeshadow as a bronzer. Pretty straightforward, but I would definitely make sure if you're going to bronze with an eyeshadow, tap off the excess so it doesn't get super muddy on the skin. Number 9 is you can use an eyeshadow, either like a shimmer, a metallic, a glitter, or even a matte, to change the formulation of your lipstick. So let's say I have a liquid lipstick that doesn't dry completely matte. I can tap a eyeshadow of a certain color up there, and it will mattify my lipstick. Also, if I want it to look more metallic, I can rub a shimmery across my lip, or just add a little bit in the inner corners right here, just to make it look brighter and fuller. You can also highlight Cupid's bow with an eyeshadow to make it look a little more plump and full. So number 10 is one that I've only done once, and I'm gonna say it is a safe fix for your hair, but it's not like a long term you would do this every day. This is like you're running out the door and you have really bad light roots like me. As you can see, I don't know if you can see, I just like the color on the side here. My roots are very light. I'm naturally blonde, and I can just take a wet brush, like a very packed on brush, not a loose fluffy one, but a very dense brush, wet it, dig into a eyeshadow, and just put it in my hair to fix my roots, and it'll kind of cover it up a little bit. If you are going to do this though, let's say I have this color hair, make sure you pick something that is on the darker end of this. Like I couldn't use this color, I would pick something slightly darker than my hair color, just because you need to make up for it. But you can use that as a last minute fix just to help touch up some roots. I wouldn't suggest doing it throughout your head, but if you got light roots and you just want to touch it up across a couple pieces on the top, it'll definitely do the job. Now I would recommend not getting wet if you are going to use eyeshadow in your hair, because it will drip and drip down your face if it gets wet. So just make sure it's not a rainy day when you do that. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video, I feel like some of these uses were straightforward, but a couple of them I feel like are a little bit different. I don't ever see people talking about color correcting or the hair thing or really eyeliner or bronzer with your eyeshadows, but you definitely have those options. So if an eyeshadow palette is really speaking to you, just think that there are a lot more uses than you probably thought out of it. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you guys later. Bye!